You know, I've become increasingly convinced that a woman's participation in the X-work industry destroys her ability to have any kind of empathy for the men in her life. Not just her father, but her son, her child. We're seeing more and more mothers starting Onlyfans, not just for the income, but for the attention and validation from strangers, and their children are paying the consequences for that increased attention. As more and more mothers join Onlyfans, disturbing stories like this one out of the UK are going to become very common. This article is from 2021. This young man was 13 at the time, so he should be around 16 or 17 now. At least, you know, I hope he's still with us, because you can see by the title of this article what a bad time he was having.
Onlyfans star's son left suicidal after classmates taunt him with naked pics of mum. A teenager says he has been left depressed and suicidal after his classmates flaunted naked pictures of his mum from her Onlyfans account. The 13-year-old says he had no idea his mother was on the provocative social media site and suffered a panic attack when youngsters from his school began mocking him and shared naked pictures of his mum.
You know, school is hard enough as a kid with no distractions. You know, it's a chaotic period in your life. You're going through puberty. There's a lot of changes. You desperately want to fit in with your peers. It is really unfair that this young man has to deal with the consequences of his mother's terrible choices.
He says he confronted his mother about the OnlyFans account and was told he was overreacting, with his mum insisting that sex work is basically the same as working in a supermarket.
Bruh. What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Posting to Reddit, the unnamed teen said, "I'm 13 and my mum is 33. Things at school were never great. I'm sort of short, so I get picked on some, but it was manageable. That was until one of my classmates showed me a picture of my mum naked. I almost had a panic attack and had to be excused from the classroom. I ended up not showing up to school for a few days, faking sick. I was hoping that things would cool off, but they didn't."
Kids are cruel, man. Unfortunately, it's been like that forever. They have no filter, and when there is juicy material, they are ravenous. They jump on that and they ride that for as long as possible, sometimes a whole semester.
As soon as I got to school, almost everyone in my class was staring and laughing at me. This has been going on for about a week now.
This is terrible.
The teenager says the bullying is gradually getting worse, and now lots of students had nude images of his mum, which they are sharing after his mother shared a link to her OnlyFans on her personal Twitter page.
Attention-seeking tramp.
"I was wondering how my classmates even got the pictures, and apparently my mum advertises her OnlyFans on her personal Twitter account. Some students from my school follow her, so they were able to see the nudes, and they have been spread everywhere. I don't even have a Twitter, so I didn't know about any of this. The worst part is when I confronted my mum about this, she told me that I was overreacting,
Bruh.
and that sex work is basically the same as working at a bank or a grocery store."
You know what? It actually is like working at the grocery store. You know, like if the bag boy and the stock clerk run a train on the cashier in the break room and somebody captures it on camera, then yeah, it is the same.
Perfect.
She also said it makes her feel good about herself, and that I should be happy that she's more confident now.
Well, there you go. It's all about her and her wants and her desires. This young man, unfortunately, tragically, is being raised by a narcissist. His painful struggles in school is not going to elicit any kind of sympathy from this poor excuse of a mother.
I told the principal, but they can't suspend thousands of students or take anyone's phones. I've been crying in my room every day for the past week. I don't think I can take it anymore.
Pray for this young man.
Reddit users commented in their thousands on the child's post, with some offering support and sympathy. One said,
"Man, I feel for you. Stay strong, though. Trust me, there's so much more to life. It's ups and downs. Just remember that it will get better."
Another said,
"Stay strong, man, are gonna grow up and you are gonna make it on your own."
A third added,
Your mother handled that terribly, and if I were her, I would be very uncomfortable that my son's underage peers were showing her naked photos around school.
As I said earlier, this is going to become much more common, and school districts seriously might have to look at starting like support groups for children of OnlyFans mothers.